Okay guys, I have a pretty controversial opinion. I like The Witcher 2 over The Witcher 3. Alright. Calm down. Just because I have this opinion doesn't mean I can't admit or see that The Witcher 3 is objectively a better game. This is just my opinion, and I know not a lot of people share it, which is totally okay. But because I like this game so much, I really want to talk about my favorite part of it. So let's dive deep into it. And, of course, spoilers ahead. One of the greatest moments in The Witcher 2, and the one that I'm talking about, and anyone who has played the game could probably also guess it. No, not that one, get your head out of the gutter. Is this moment right here. Moment when you have to choose between Roach and Yoref, and how the whole game changes depending on your choice. And yeah, I'm gonna butcher the names as always, so apologies for that. Before I start talking about this moment, I just want to clarify that this video is really just me talking about why I find it awesome in my opinion. This is not me saying to you that objectively why Yoref is a better character or why this game's story is better than any other game. It is, however, me sharing one of the stories in games that really have stuck with me, and one I will always remember. Clearer than the choices in The Witcher 3 at least. Not because The Witcher 3 choices were lacking in any way, but simply because this single choice in The Witcher 2 was so impactful to young me, and also just the experience of playing a Witcher game for the first time. It is precisely because this single choice feels so important to me that I couldn't bring myself to choose Roach on my second playthrough, and therefore have not played through Roach's story path. This choice is so profound and awesome that I chose to do the same thing the second time around, instead of taking the other choice. So this is not me talking about the game as a whole, but simply me going in depth with this choice, and the choice I've made. So let's dive into it. I have no professional or profound take here, only the freaking awesome experience this game was for teenage me. You have followed these characters around in the first act, Roach helping you, and Yoref basically attacking you. But you know, we forgive him because he's pretty cool. But in the first act, you really got to understand the story and the characters and began to understand the world. This culminates with you finally getting a chance to square up with the man who made you falsely accused of being a kingslayer, Letho. Yoref is even helping you in this, for personal reasons of course. Then he's right there in front of you. You have him in your sights, and then Yoref gets impatient and calls his warriors in. But just as you are about to get to this guy, Roach charges in with his blue stripes, both killing some of Yoref's warriors and going for Letho, trying to assist you in killing him. So now you're caught between a rock and a hard place. Both allies who want to help you eliminate your enemy Letho are characters who really hate each other, elf versus human, and instead of fighting together to kill Letho, your allies are fighting each other. You have seen some of the bad things the humans in Flotsam have done, and how it really isn't a nice place to live, and how a lot of them aren't really good people. On the other hand, you have yourself been attacked by Yoref and the Scoia'tael, and you have seen how they continually are harassing the humans and killing them, seeing them as nothing more than vermin, and they, in turn, are seen as nothing more than terrorists.
They wish to watch me die, and I wish to watch them die. It's the way of things in this world. The other side of the coin.
All this plays through your head in that split second, and then you have to make the choice of who to follow. And not only is this choice hard and shows what the Witcher games are so famous for, it's morally great choices. You also have to do it on a timer. You only have a few seconds to choose what you feel is right. You have to make this choice right now. And all these elements play through your head in that split second as you are forced to take a stance. This is already brilliant as is, but the sheer awe of this moment doesn't become apparent to you in the moment itself. Initially, it may just be a choice of which friend to follow or what group you want to support, human or elf, the suppressor or the terrorist. But what you don't know in the moment is that you have to make a choice that will alter the rest of the game for you. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveler. Long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. The choice I made was to follow Yoref, as he simply was such an amazing character. That choice led me to Arden, I think that's how it's pronounced, to a city full of outcasts of people and races, with a leader who supposedly killed a dragon, or perchance is a dragon herself. got a whole different map to explore, different storylines, and different characters that I would have never met if I had chosen to follow Roach instead of Yoref. It is one of the boldest choices I've ever seen in a video game. I will not experience Roach's side of the choice and all the stories related to kings and humans that I would have gone through if I'd chosen Roach. And I think that is really great. I don't quite know why I didn't choose Roach on my second playthrough, or why I'm not even trying to watch a YouTube playthrough of that experience if I really wanted to. But I think there is something deep and profound about it in a way. I chose my road, and have stood with it, and really enjoyed the characters I've met and the stories I've experienced. Yet, like real life, I've accepted that choosing one path means that there are other paths I will not experience. That is a choice, and that is life. Now, some might find this a little weird since, this is a game and not real life. And it would make sense for me to try to experience a whole other part of the game, since, I really like the game. And I fully understand why this may seem really silly for me to deny myself a part of the game. But for me, I think it might be that split-second decision, that choice, that moment where everything came to a head. It feels so much more impactful when I consciously choose not to try to walk down another path. Like I truly made a choice. I chose to follow Yoref. And I have to stand with that choice I made. And I don't quite know why, but I would like it to keep it that way, I think. This is part of what makes this game so magical for me. That you have these choices, and that you have to be accountable for these choices, and just realize that I made these choices, and I have to take responsibility for the consequences that these choices entail. I think this is really what makes the Witcher game so magical for me, especially The Witcher 2, and this amazing and awesome moment that I've just described and talked about. And both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. Thanks for watching, and let's see what great stories we can dive into the next time. See ya!